President Ruto, ile tumefanya kuita Talanta Stadium Raila Amolo Odinga Stadium, au sisi kama watu Enigma tunasema tunashukuru. The other things that walikuwa rafiki wa Raila Amolo Odinga sana. Tunaomba at least ile pesa Raila alitupromise 6,000 per month. Hii Christmas pia present kila Mkenya watumiwe shilingi 6,000. Najua saizi pia tunataka pia tukunywe busaa, wale wa busaa, kuna wale wa machapati. Na mkienda kutumia pesa kwanza mtupigie mtuulize tunatuma kwa namba gani. Najua pia fulize na tumaliza hapo. The other thing is that Mr. President, ile mashine ya kupika chapati 1,000,000 tunahitaji Christmas sana. Tunahitaji Christmas hiyo mashine ya kupika chapati 1,000,000. Anyway guys, tupatane pale kwa stadium ya Raila Amolo Odinga. Happy Jamhuri Days wa Kenya.
Ruto anajiona wewe ni mjanja. Ruto anajiona wewe ni mjanja kwa Wakenya. But mimi kwa Wakenya unapumbaza. Mnitoe kwa hiyo hesabu. Mnitoe kabisa. I'm not among you. Mimi wenye mnyapumbazwa. Hii ni character ya kutafuta votes za Nyanza. I mean, my point is, why not build a whole new stadium? Mpya tu. And you name it after Raila Amolo Odinga. Other than renaming Talanta. Anyway. Bye.
Kuna mwenda wazimu mwingine amekasirika ati juu sasa Talanta Stadium inaenda kuwekwa Raila Amolo Odinga Stadium. My friend, my feelings pelekeni huko. Sasa ukienda kwa street Jomo Kenyatta, ukienda kwa street Moi Avenue street, ukienda wapi Kenyatta. My friend, we as Kenyans, that is our culture. We have to put things to remember someone. So ulikuwa unataka tuweke jina lako ama sa Talanta ni Talanta. What will we remember about Talanta? Is a matter of putting the names of our legends, so that we remember them. Is the name that will reign forever. We will always. Mimi si kuona Jomo Kenyatta, lakini kuna Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. What is the problem? Tunajua kuna Jomo Kenyatta. Kuna Moi Avenue, what? My friend, hakuna Raila Avenue. So you have to learn. Wacha tumkumbuke. My feelings pelekeni mbali.
William Ruto. William Ruto, kura yangu. Na kura ya Luo Nyanza. Na kura ya Western. Na kura ya Coast. Na kura ya Nairobi nusu. Kwa sababu hiyo nusu ilikuanga ya Raila. Hizo kura zote umeenda nazo asubuhi na mapema, William Ruto. Sasa yani mimi kuna kitu yenye nasikia vibaya, lakini sasa hiyo ndio inanipatia hasira. Yani after Ruto kusema ya kwamba ataname Raila Odinga, yani Talanta Stadium atainame Raila Odinga International Stadium, kuna watu kwa comment section sasa wanasikia vibaya. Hawakosi excuse. Wanasema sasa italeta ukabila. Sasa mnaabudu mtu hadi lini? Na swali yenye watu wanaulizwa ni Kenyatta, kwani walikuwa mbona hamkulalamika wakati Kenyatta ilikuwa inanemiwa, ama mbona hamjawahi refute? Kwa nini hamjawahi sema hiyo jina ya Kenyatta itolewe? Kwa Kenyatta International, sijui Kenyatta Hospital, sijui Kenyatta wapi. Kwa nini hamjawahi sema hiyo itolewe? Lakini juu ya Raila Odinga imenemiwa, sasa you have a problem with it. Na sisi tunasema, especially mimi personally nitalala kwa polling station.
Breaking news, and now we can confirm that a section of Luo leaders are now challenging President William Samoei Ruto's word, akisema that watafikiria iwapo wataita Talanta Stadium jina la hayati Raila Odinga. Wanasema Raila alikufa kipindi ambacho kiwanja kilikuwa kinajengwa, na Raila anafaa hadhi kubwa sana nchini. Wanasema kiwanja Talanta Stadium ni lazima
the biggest stadium in Kenya. Kata sio William Samoei Ruto. Mambo ni Ruto.
President William Ruto has decided to name Talanta Stadium after Raila Odinga. He said this today during the Jamhuri Day celebration, whereby he acknowledges the role that Raila Odinga played in this country. I'm going to give you reasons as to why Kenyan President William Ruto decided to rename Talanta Stadium to Raila Amolo Odinga International Stadium. Point number one is honoring Raila Odinga's legacy. Remember this, Raila Odinga is the father of democracy in our country. He was among the leaders who even went to jail fighting for multi-party democracy. In his honor, now our best stadium with international standards will be named after him. Point number 2 is to strengthen the unity between the people of Luo Nyanza and his government. Remember, Raila Odinga left the people of Nyanza in the government, in the so-called broad-based government. So to unify that, to make sure that that unity has been cemented, is by honoring Raila Odinga. Remember, Raila Odinga is still active politically, even though he is gone. Why am I saying this? The work that he did in this country is still visible. You can be able to see it. Every now and then, people are still referring to him, even though he is not with us. Point number 3 is realignment towards the 2027 election. Remember, William Ruto was banking so much on Raila Odinga's support in order to get his support base come 2027. In his absence, he is now using all means possible to make sure that his support base is still under him. There are people who are supporting William Ruto today, not because they like William Ruto, but because Raila Odinga told them to do so. And even though it's not with us, those people are still supporting the government because of Raila Amolo Odinga's decision before he passed on. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, is due to public pressure. People have been giving William Ruto pressure to rename Talanta Stadium after Raila Amolo Odinga. And due to that pressure, he has decided to succumb to the pressure and acknowledged and accepted what the people of Kenya want. You know, sometimes as a leader, you have got no choice than to give people what they want. Thank you very much. For those of you who are watching me for the first time, please like this video and follow this channel. For those of you who have been following me, thank you very much and may God bless you.
Majamaa na wabiani buranda. Hausikii mkuu amesema ati Talanta Stadium anaita nyuma ya Raila kugiva na kwa Raila Odinga.
Kenya indeed has no shortage of fools, and we have a lot of mediocrity going on. And like I've said it before, and I will amplify it louder, the greatest danger today are voters, and just not all voters. Voters who get excited, who make decisions emotionally, who are moved by rudimentary and mundane declarations by rudderless leaders. Now, people all of a sudden are saying that Kasongo should be given a second term just because he's going to name a stadium after somebody. These are the same people who said that Kasongo is two-term because he gave Raila a national funeral, a state funeral. People should understand, as long as you have served the rank of president or prime minister, deputy, it is not the prerogative of the president. It is the constitution and the law that dictates. So there's nothing special that Kasongo did for Raila. He would have still been given a state funeral. Now, a stadium is going to be named Raila Stadium. People are saying two-term. You ask yourself, surely, will we ever evolve as a country if we get elated by such basic things? You want to re-elect somebody because he's naming a stadium after your favorite politician. And this man you want to re-elect has messed up the economy, has looted money. He has destroyed institutions. He has defiled and mutated the constitution. This is somebody who has robbed the judiciary and the executive of their independence. He has domiciled them in the executive. They are subservient to State House and Kasongo and not to the people. This is a man who has pushed punitive laws. This is a man who is taxing this country left, right, and center. This is a man who's developing the country under budgeted and institutional corruption, bribing people through empowerment. And you want to elect him just because he's going to name a stadium after your favorite politician, surely. And people who are saying this are people who are exposed, people who are very educated. We keep on complaining that those in the village, those in the rural areas are the ones who let us down. No, it is the ones who you think are not capable are the ones who are capable of giving us bad governance and leadership. Go to Twitter. People even with tags of called doctor, professor, engineer are already saying two-term just because of a stadium going to be named after their favorite politician. And mark you, that stadium has been constructed under budgeted corruption. You're being lied to, it's 45 billion. But in the end, we are going to pay 145 billion. And the same people who are saying two-term, their pay slips are the ones that will be raided. And then they'll start claiming and complaining over here that this government is harsh on them. Re-elect somebody because of what they have done. And done, we mean development-wise, infrastructure-wise, economy-wise. Why are you going to elect somebody just because he's changing a stadium from Talanta to Raila Odinga Stadium? Now you're saying two-term, Hey, we have a long way to go as a country. If that is the benchmark and yardstick of re-electing somebody, then we deserve the leaders we get. I am tired. We deserve the leaders we elect. And let us not complain as victims. We are sympathizers. When will we start reasoning logically? How can you re-elect somebody by virtue of them renaming a stadium? A stadium that they have inflated the price. We have a long way to go. We really have a long way to go. And it's unfortunate that certain people will give us a bad president again. And we shall all suffer. Even if you sing two-time, you sing one time, you will suffer. But this, some people amaze me. Kenya indeed has no shortage of fools.